Aloha from a big island of Hawaii. It's Rachael-Jayne here. Datta and I are here on a writing retreat slash visioning retreat for 2020, and we're having some big breakthroughs around what is next for us personally and professionally. And I wanted to share a big tip this week on Awaken TV to support you before you do too much planning. It has really been a powerful practice for me to get into over the last few months. It's made a significant difference in my ability to move forward faster on those sorts of things that have been on my to-do list for like months, if not years, or those sorts of things. You know what it's like when you're like, oh, I'm going to do this, but you just keep hitting a brick wall and it gets further and further down the to-do list, even though it's something that would move everything in your business or your career or your personal life forward. So the tip is, and you might want to just take a few notes here, the tip is to find what is obstructing the next forward movement that just like stops you in your tracks. I'll give you a few examples. One, I was talking to a small inner group of clients the other day, and I asked someone who I knew wanted to do videos, hadn't shot videos before, and I said, what's the first thing that comes up in the way of doing it? And he said, well, the fear of this and that, and I'm not sure if I'm really good enough and all of that. And I said, no, just hold all of the emotional stuff first. Like, just let's hold that back. And ask yourself the question, what's the logistics? Like, what can you actually pick up your phone and do you know which button to press was my question. And he said, oh, I think so. I said, pull your phone up right now and tell me which button it is that you press to record a video. And he wasn't sure. And that was what I would call the first obstruction. He didn't know which button to press. Then I said, do you know the lighting? Do you know how to like set things up? I'm just outside here and I know how to get some good lighting. Do you know how to do that? No, I've got a tripod, but I need to adjust it. I said, good, pick up your tripod. Let's put it up right now. The tripod was in the car. It hadn't made it into the house. I said, go get the tripod. That's the second obstruction. Do you know the lighting? Do you have the right tripod and things like that? So that's a very basic example, but bring it into our business. There's been some certain things that I've wanted to do around our social media platforms that just kept going down and down the list because I don't know certain things. And so being here has allowed me to write down all the obstructions that are in the way of this thing being completed. And the first thing that I wrote down for my wish around social media was, I don't know who the SEO ninja person is going to be for our YouTube platform, right? A long obstruction, but that's where I keep getting stuck. And so pulling all this together, what I do with the obstructions, which I think is an important piece of it, you've got to see it. You've got to be able to see it and work your way down. Yes, a to-do list, but more like an issues or obstruction list. That's going to get you further, faster. So what I have done on my my daily / weekly to-do list is at the top of the list, before I get to any of the to-dos, I have what we call the issues list, or you could call an obstruction list. And every time I see that I'm not moving forward on one of my items that I really want to do, and I know it would move things forward and everything better, and I go, why am I not doing that? I come to what the first obstruction is, and I write that down on my issues list. And that way, each week of the year, I'm working on that list as well as my to-do list. Because can't you see it? You've had things on your to-do list, but they're too big, or you don't know the first step, and you haven't pinpointed the obstruction, the first thing you get to that makes you throw your hands up in the air and go, I don't know how to do this. Is it something you don't know what to say? Is it something you don't know how to research? Is it something you don't know who you're going to hire for? That's the obstruction. So if this feels good to you, which hopefully You can see the wisdom in it. Possibly start your obstruction or issues list on a page where you see it all the time and you can add to it. Since we've been here in Hawaii, I've been writing lots of obstructions down, and it's not a bad thing. It's like, wow, now I can see where I can like knock those off, and then everything starts moving again, right? It's not necessarily about the to-dos, but what is obstructing. So here's the practice. You could do it right now, or at least sometime in the next 24 hours, is write down 3 things that you have been trying to do, wanting to do, and it has not been moving forward. It just keeps getting down and down the to-do list. Write those 3 things down. And then under each one, I want you to write down the first obstruction that you come to. The first thing that you're like, oh, I don't even know that. And you can come to that with asking, oh, what do you not know? Or what resource do you not have that makes you easily follow through on that one of those 3 things? That's how you find the obstruction. And usually it's very simple. And because that was not dealt with, it keeps falling down the to-do list. So please share this with anyone else you know that has more challenge in being efficient and productive and moving forward fast. 2020, everything's moving faster. You've got to get with the picture. You've got to get more efficient, more productive, stay happy in the process. And this is one thing that has really supported me to do that. And I'm going to be taking it in at a whole nother level for 2020. So share this, subscribe wherever you are here. And if you want even more resources that will help you awaken your impact and inspire change and create wealth for 2020, head on over to Rachael-Jayne.com right now, and at the top of the page, sign up for email updates. We have our fully expressed mini course there that will take you through some of the great practices on spirituality and waking up and growing up and showing up for 2020. So Rachael-Jayne.com, head on over there, and we'll see you next week on Awaken TV. Thanks everyone, see you soon. Aloha.